To start, let's move on. So we are done with the master detail relationship. Are we done with the that uh, field dependency? No, we have not covered field dependency. Dependent field pick list.
No,
No,
actually.
no, no, man.
Okay, I'm just gonna check. I can take which field to make it dependent. Let's make it new. Okay, so it's a type and lead source. Okay, delivery installation status and type. Okay. So you can create field dependency between any two pick list values. Okay. Field dependency between any two pick list values you can create in Salesforce. Two things you can do. First is set history tracking. That is like you want to see the records which has been added to the field in past and want to see what data was there in there and who changed the data. So set history tracking and field dependencies. So field dependencies are gonna be this. Now I need to create two dependent, there are two pick list. I need to create one dependent. Dependent means like our kids are dependent on us. So same way, whatever we say, they follow. So same way, whatever the value we select in the pick list, the master pick list, that dependent pick list gonna have the results related. So we say controlling field, dependent field. It's a field, so don't get confused between objects and field. It's a field which we're gonna use here. So field on which object? It's on opportunity because I went inside the fields under opportunities. Okay. So I have available standard these, custom this. So I'm just gonna take standard one type. Controlling field is my type. Dependent field, delivery installation status, because that's what I have taken as a, I've taken type, stage, private, lead source. So lead source I can also take private, stage or type, anyone. So delivery installation would be always my option because that's a custom one. So dependent field can always be the custom one only. Okay, the one which you create. We can make the standard one also, but through different aspects. But by default, we only get the custom dependent fields, not the standard dependent fields. Okay, but we controlling field can be the standard one, so I can take any standard controlling field as a main pick list field, which is gonna be the dependent field that is gonna be the custom one. Okay, continue. Now I have these three values under the dependent field, which was like delivery installation status. So delivery installation status have these three values as a pick list. These four are there under the type of type field. So if you can see type have these four values, delivery status have these three values. Now we need to decide that which type gonna have which value appear. So I'll say existing customer upgrade gonna have in progress. Whenever we select any value and we are sure that this is final, we need to click on include value. Okay, till the time you don't see this yellow highlighting, you do that record is not being registered with the particular particular value under the pick list. Okay, I'm saying existing customer replacement yet to begin. Existing customer downgrade completed. New customer, I'm saying all these three. So you can select all these three in one go, and then you can also make it include value, or you can select it one by one. We prefer all the record. If it is going to be all the record, then we prefer all of them to select once and then include value. Okay. So how it is going to look like, you can preview also. Like this. Under type, if I select existing customer upgrade, it's going to be in progress. Existing customer downgrade, it's going to be completed. New customer, it's going to be all three. And save.
Hey, Devika, one question. So, where is this existing customer? Where are they all coming from?
They are type, they're the values of type field. I'll show you. Do you see this? The pick list values. This type field is already there on my opportunities.
So even we would be having those, or is it
Yeah.
something that it's custom or it's standard? Like how is it?
It's standard.
Standard. Okay. Okay.
You'll be also having this under the opportunity object.
Okay. Like what is the main functionality of this opportunities object? I'm not able to get the whole flow. Like what are we trying to do here?
Okay. Let's complete this one and then I'll come back to here and
Okay.
I'll tell you the entire flow. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Any doubt about the field dependencies? Okay, let's check them. So this is my type field, which is going to be the controlling one, and delivery installation status, it is going to be the dependent one. Now see the difference. Earlier it was available for me to select something. Now it is not available because I've made it dependent. So as soon as you make any pick list value dependent on another one, it is going to be grayed out. Now how you can make it populate? As whenever you select something here, it populates. Currently, I only have one value, but it could not. That's not the case. When you actually go for the dependence pick list, you get more values in here for particular related one. Okay. So like here, I have selected existing customer downgrade. It is possible that you may have another 4 or 5 values in here for this particular option to select from. Okay. Existing customer upgrade, I have in progress. Now, where I selected all three new customers. So new customer gonna be any of these three. Right? So any question, anything you want to ask?
So can we make these three, there are three pick lists in this particular session, right? Opportunity information. So can we make those three pick lists, for this delivery installation status? Can we control? I mean to say, delivery installation status can be dependent on all the three.
Why you need that?
It's,
Logically,
it's
see, when you say something, it's that should go logically. Now, if you're already saying one pick list field to have this dependent, okay, so the related data with this pick list. If I go for this one, why, and if I'm selecting this one as a completed, existing customer downgrade, the value is completed only, and for web, the value is in progress. How this particular field gonna remember that which one he need to follow, that field needs to follow.
so if you so yeah, I understand as an administrator I am not worried about the logic behind it, right? But I know if there are multiple conditions to satisfy this particular thing, then
No,
if conditions are there, then it won't be
there's
possible.
no, okay, it's a field dependency. There's no if condition in here. It's not possible. if you're saying that, okay, you want to put a code for the development, and wherein you're saying if lead source is web or type is this, please make delivery installation dependent on these two fields. Why we will do it? When we know the value is going to be vary. So every time a person editing a record, and then in that case, one more thing, in that case, this delivery installation is not going to be a pick list one for us. That's going to be the dependent one and auto populate whenever we select any of the value. So if I come back and select, today I have selected this downgrade, but next day I come back and select upgrade, the value is going to change. And but lead source stays web. So how the system will identify, or leave the system, how a person of a company identify that which value should stay in, whether the lead source or the type one, because the type keep on getting changes too. So the dependent values for the delivery status is going to change every time. Or if I take other scenario, the type is going to remain same, but the lead source is changing every time, then how I'm going to decide is, what you can do, you can create another dependent pick list that includes lead source with another field, not with the same one which has already been used. And even if I come back here, I click new, I get type, I get none. I can only have the dependent one once used. Once it has been used, it has been used. You need to have another one. We can have one controlling field to multiple dependent field, but we cannot have multiple controlling fields for one dependent field.
Okay, so we can have multiple dependent fields for one controlling, right?
Yes.
Okay.
More question?
Hi, Vika. Can we have any lookup field as a field dependent field?
Okay, so there is a scenario where we do this, but that's all into the development side. We cannot have lookup field as a dependent field or a controlling field, because lookup field is a different object we are using, right? But we can populate fields under the different object based upon this field. So we use this in the automation, which is workflow, and the process builder, that help us to update the field on different object. We do this updating a field on different object with certain value, or having certain fields available with particular scenario, but that is through automation, not through this. Pick list is only the one field which we can do either the dependent or controlling part as a field dependencies. Only on the pick list. We don't see any another field in here. And to answer your question, lookup field cannot be dependent or cannot be controlled by any another field, because lookup is something, a different object we are including. So it's always different. We need to enter the data manually. We cannot make it dependent. Okay. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Any more question? Perfect. So let's come back to the flow, which Megha asked. So first of all, when you say a flow means you're talking about how your data gonna store. Please keep in mind that's the basic data flow from Salesforce, but it could be the possibility that your company, to whichever company you go, that they don't use the flow that way. Okay, they have their own aspect of using the things. The objects are individual also. You can use them individually, but there is connection which has been standardly used by Salesforce, and Salesforce defined that, okay, if you use that way, this is how it is going to work. Okay. So first come first, that's a campaign. So any company starts the marketing first. It can be excluded. There's no reason that we actually need to include every time in our process. So if company wants to exclude this object, the campaign one, they can exclude, and they can start directly from the leads. Okay. So let me tell you this thing, that when I talk to my clients, they are pretty unclear that how the system needs to work for them. But when I let them know that this is how the flow works, I get the point where they are somewhat disagreeing with me on the opportunities part. Okay. They agree with me on the lead part. They are okay with account. They are okay with contacts, but they somewhat disagree with the opportunities part. They want to use opportunities as a different prospect in the business. So I'll tell you both the prospects. Okay. So first one is the lead. Lead is your prospects, wherein you say, okay, this person can give me the business, or this particular contact information can not give me the business. Okay, so wherein you get all the informative calls from the companies through the reps saying that, hey, we have introduced this new feature, or we have introduced this new product or something like this, a credit card sale or any other sale, the loan sale, everything is there in the world. So how they get the customer database, they do some surveys, they buy the contact numbers with the names. That's the reason why they get the names and they have the contact numbers and all these things. So that goes to the leads. Leads are your prospect, means not yet business converted, but they have provided you, but they are your prospect. It could be your business. When I say it could be your business, means you get some sale out of it. Now I'll go to the lead. Not the new one. Let's do one thing. Let's go to here. So these are actually the existing leads provided by Salesforce. Now you can see that we have a lot of information already in there, like the basic information, phone number, email, name, title, and everything. It's not necessary each company using the lead object the way it looks right now. There could be possibility they are entering too many things. There are some automations. There are some, we can say there are some data fetching through website. So there could be multiple things happening under the lead object. You'll learn that how we set up the web to lead also, means we put a form on website and get the lead created in our system through that form. So you'll be learning that too. Okay, that's super easy, not too tough. But yes, if you don't know anything about website, people needs um, the person from the website, because guy is no needs to be modifying the form which you generated through Salesforce. Okay, so this is the lead which we have. I call this lead, and that got converted. So now what happened when it got converted, it means that this lead is cracked and it becomes a business for me. Okay, to register this business, I'm gonna click on convert, because till the time that data is staying under the lead, that is not gonna give be a mark of your business. Lead is not a mark of your business, that you have done some business in the system. That is not the mark. I know we are saying that, okay, how come we can run report on this? We can have numbers on here. We can put the amount in here. You can do all the modifications you want. Okay. But there are other things rolling in Salesforce, like the forecasting, like the case creation. So that is something which only happen when we convert a lead. Forecast cannot happen on the lead object. Okay, forecasting is something that you're forecasting your sales or whatever the sales you have achieved so far, that sale amount you can calculate in the forecasting. So that's something you do. Now the lead object, I clicked on convert button. When I clicked on convert button, I get these options. I get these things to be updated. Now, what are these things? First thing is the record owner. Do you want to change the record owner? Because currently the lead owner is Devika. It's me. Okay. The lead owner is me. If while converting a lead, it happens that a salesperson just crack the lead, and once this customer say yes, they are ready to purchase the product, they pass on to somebody else, and we get call from different other departments because they are the people who are gonna take care of the further process. The sell part, the crack part was still the one with the one rep, and then other people are involved. So we can change the owner. It doesn't mean that whomsoever is taking care of the lead, that person also gonna take care of the further part of the sale. So we can change the lead, the record owner for the account, opportunity, and converted status is different, and contact. So contact is by default gonna create. How the contact gonna create? Because the name of the person is there under the lead. Okay, and let me show you once again. Do you see there's a contact person name, Miss Kristen, and then there's a company name. So company name is gonna be your account name. Contact name is gonna be the name, and the opportunity name is also gonna be the account name. So if you change the record owner, then you must select this. If you're not changing the record owner and the record owner is going to be same, then you really don't need this to select. But if you're changing the record owner, company says, or any company says, business says that always notify that person that you have assigned something to that person. Okay. Then the account name. If you already have the account by the name of this home products, then you just click on this. You can only view existing accounts. Okay. You can click on this lookup icon. This is a lookup. This is lookup. You can click on this and look for that particular account which you want to use, the existing one. If the account is not an existing one, then you can simply just go ahead and create a new account upon the conversion. Then the opportunity. Opportunity is always your sales part, wherein you store all your sales part. So that's the opportunity. You create one opportunity along with the account. Why? Because you're gonna sell this product, or you're gonna sell something to this particular client. So you create the opportunity as well. But if you know that this is not going to be your sale and you're not going to keep it under the opportunity, then simply check this. Do not create a new opportunity upon conversion. When you say this, there would be no opportunity for this account. Converted status, going to be closed converted. That's for the lead. Okay, when we are saying converted, so it's going to be converted. Task information. If you want to have any task created along with the details created, this task gonna create an account and opportunity both. And that would be a reminder for the new owner to call the customer or to email the customer or whatever the task they want to create. We have talked about tasks, right? What are tasks, what are events, but we have not shown you that how to create tasks and what are the benefits. Or did we? I don't actually remember. Can you confirm if we showed you that how to create a task or not?
I don't think we have done.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
So I will show you that also. So task is something related to your own. Okay. So tasks is something which we do it for our own information, for our own reminders, like you do a clock reminder to wake up or to remind yourself for certain things. That's something like task in the Salesforce. Events are different. Events like you include people in the meeting, people also join with the event. So like you do a calendar invite. Okay, that's the event. Task is for your own. Then save, convert. I click on this convert button. As soon as I click on convert button, I get account created, I get contact created. But if I have this checked, then I would not have the opportunity created. I'll uncheck this. I need to create an opportunity also. Okay. So now what happened when we click on convert button, we lose that particular database from the lead side. Okay. If I come back here, now I do not have that Kristen. It was there. You can just check where it goes. It came here. Okay. Because once we convert any lead to account contact, it is not there in under the lead section anymore. That is the reason why we convert any lead into our business first, then we proceed with the further things. Okay. Now under the account, you get the relatable information like the phone number, the name of the account, the billing address, which was mentioned in there. Under the contact, you get more relatable information like the email address, the title, the person name, all those things. Okay. So you get the contact number on both account and contact, but you don't get the email address on both because email address is somehow related to only contact. Okay. There are ways to map the fields with the lead object because it's not necessary that we keep on using the fields we see right now. We'll be keep on adding and minusing the fields from the system, from any particular object, so we can do the mapping also. We'll show you how to do the mapping in the next session, but let's do this flow first. Okay. Please make a note of it and do remind us we need to do the lead mapping, how to set the lead mapping. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Now, along with the contact, we got one opportunity also created. Now the opportunity, if you see, the opportunity name, the account name is same. We could have this altered initial point at initial point. So, I mean, when we are converting, we can have different opportunity name also. It's not necessary we're gonna keep the same name as account. We can have different opportunity name. Sorry, we can have different opportunity name. Then the close date is coming up as the end of this month. We can, this is by default, this is coming up from the lead, but we can have this also changed. Stage prospecting, currently it's prospecting. We can have this changed to anything else if it is a direct closure. So you're just converting a lead for a direct closure. You can simply come back here and change the stage to close won or close lost, whatever the one you want. Okay. Now there are a lot of many things in here which I won't be able to explain right now, but yes, this is how. Now the opportunity. Opportunity is always a sale. It only contains the sale prospect. Means, okay, what you have sell, how much you have done, is it a follow-up call going on? Is there a pipeline? How much revenue we have in the pipeline? Means we can get the revenue close for this quarter or for this year. So that's something happen through the opportunity object. I'm not saying it all happens in the opportunity object, through the opportunity object. How? We put the revenue here, we put the amount details here, like in this expected revenue is like your expected one, amount details. You put amount here like this. So if you see this, the expected revenue is the 10% because of based upon the probability. So if I change the probability, so the expected revenue will be changed. Let's see. So do you see? It's changed. So this expected revenue is calculating through the probability percentage. This is something standard in Salesforce. We cannot change this anyhow, but we can create such kind of scenario through the custom ones. Okay, so that's something which is calculating. It's a formula field and we cannot edit formula fields. Okay, so that's formula fields. So it is calculating amount with the percentage of probability. All right. So the opportunities, that's the one thing. Opportunities are always your current and the future sale. Now, how the company use, yeah.
Devika, sorry to cut you, right? So you were saying that this formula field cannot be edited, right? So I'm maybe wrong, but I'm not sure whether I have heard about formula field, how formula field is working, whether we have covered it or we are going to cover it. I'm sorry, I might have missed it if it is covered.
We have not covered formula field yet because we are not ready yet for the formula fields.
Okay.
We'll be covering that later on.
Okay,
So
I'm
not covering everything in a first hand because I have few things in my mind going on to cover before we jump onto that part. So like I didn't cover relationship before because I know that you don't know about the main other things. So I want you to be onboarded for those things first and then the relationship like this.
Sure. Thank you. I thought I know we have covered it, so that's
No,
that's a
we have not.
sorry.
We have not covered it. I'm just giving you that a hint that we cannot edit formula fields, but how to create formula fields, how to write certain things in there, we have not covered it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. No problem. Okay. And so the two aspects I'm going to tell you, and I'm sure that major companies use these two. Apart from this, for the opportunities, I'm not seen yet, but it could be possible that people are using it for more different ways. Okay. The opportunities is first thing is that in Salesforce terms, if we say opportunities are like your future sales, not present sales, future sales. Okay. So if you already cracked the sale and they are already your account and contact, your customer database, but you are also targeting that in future they're gonna have more business with you. Okay, so that's your future target. Future sale is a part of the opportunity in terms of Salesforce. Now, what company doing? Companies are using it as their current sale, not as their future sale. They are saying that, okay, what kind of sale they have done right now on the opportunity. So they are tracking that data. They are using opportunity as their current sale. Means the sale they are about to make or the sale they have already made for the account. While converting lead to an account and opportunity, they are targeting that this is our current sale so that they can record the sale in their forecasting report. Okay, so they are using deal okay, two names, deal or opportunity. You can use either of these, but generally we say opportunity till the time your friend, the other person sitting in front of you don't say it's a deal. Okay, so we should know that deal is also the name which is being used against the opportunity. Okay, now people also do modify this opportunity object name and then they make use of it some other place. So first, one thing you just understand, whether you are using lead or not, that doesn't make any hamper to the business people doing in the industry. So it's not necessary you'll always get people using the lead or campaign. It's not necessary. But if it is a fresh start of Salesforce and you're joining that team, always remember one thing, that we need to have something under the account object and should be used. Okay. Why? Because account object is a main backbone of all the process. If you do not create an account in Salesforce, you are losing a lot of part behind. I know contacts are also related, opportunities related to contact. We can have data in there. We can relate them, but account is something like a backbone. Okay. So if you have an account, you have a lot of things going in a flow in a correct direction, and you can relate those things. But if you do not have an account, then you do not have. You still can manage the things with the custom objects or something, but not directly with the accounts. Okay. Any question, anything you want to ask? Related
Yeah,
to flow.
Devika, one question. Can you explain the difference between leads and opportunities? It seems like to me it's kind of the same thing, but I'm not sure.
No. Lead is a prospect. They are not yet your sale. Opportunity is a sale.
Okay, so leads are very early stage of
Prospect.
opportunity.
No,
Okay,
it's a
no,
prospect.
okay,
Customer can
prospect.
say, yeah, it's a prospect, means customer can decline at that point. But once they are into the business, so means they are into the business.
Okay, and then
We can
opportunity, and
we
after that
can still
opportunity, we can. Okay,
okay, we can still lose a contract, we can still lose an opportunity. It could be the close lost also. Means somehow at some point client decided not to be a partner with us, not to do business with us. But lead is a place from where you start the conversation with the client. You
okay,
cannot say client, you cannot have much information of a client till that time you don't initially call the customer. All the sharing of the documents, sending out all the relatable information of the product or the service company providing, that only happens when you convert a lead into your business.
okay,
You don't start getting any emails saying, hey, you are interested in this product, we are sending you out this contract information and please sign it back, and all those information like the money kind of stuff. You always discuss money stuff when you are into the business, right?
okay. Yep.
So why we are
Got it.
saying it is a business even if it is a closed loss? Because we are saying, okay, this customer might decline this opportunity, this deal with us, but we may get something in future to discuss again with this client. So this client would be a priority for us if we get something new introduced. Or if at point that, okay, he was looking for 20% discount, but you were able to give 10% discount on the price, but after certain approvals or at some point, you get an approval of 20% discount. So in that case also, you hold your opportunity in there and you call back the customer, hey, we got the discount increased. So like this.
Makes sense. Okay, thanks.
Makes sense. Okay. Any more questions? Anything else, guys? Let me know.
Devika, I have a question. It is a little off topic. Is it okay if I ask now?
Yeah, please do.
So in the opportunity, if you save a document in the notes and attachments, is there a way that we can send that to the customer as an email, like a
Yeah.
mail merge or something?
Not mail merger, it's like through email. So you get this, send an email. So not the attached document, you can have the attachment. You can do the attachment here. You can attach your file from your computer or from your personal document.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Any more question?
So, Devika, I have a question here.
Mhm.
So, as an administrator, like, uh, when do we use this, or is it the salespeople feed in the details more into these fields, and then as an administrator we have to create reports, or what is the responsibility as an administrator of
Yeah.
these fields?
Yeah, nice question. The thing here is we don't put the data in here. Okay, so that's not our job because that's a sales team work. But the main job we are doing here is creating the proper fields as per the requirement first. Second is we need to make sure the functionality is going well. Okay, means people are able to convert a lead into the opportunity whomsoever have access, okay, depending upon the profile and the reporting structure. So we'll be taking care of all the backend, nothing related to the front end or data entry. So data management only comes when you have an Excel with a bulk data and then we upload that data. That's
Okay,
we
got it.
we majorly work upon reportings for the data structure.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. But you should,
Hey,
yeah.
yeah, I have a question actually.
Mhm.
Is this opportunity is like a business person too, or we are doing with the customers? Means,
Okay,
we
so
are, yeah, actually the opportunity we are creating for the customer purposes or for the business owner purposes.
okay. So opportunity is your sale, means you already had a customer interaction and then that customer said yes to your service or product which you are trying to sell. Okay. There's always a service or a product from a company which they sell. So that sell customer already said yes, and now you want to track the revenue you got from each sale. When you sell the product, you want to track the revenue generated from that product. Okay. How you will track if you do not record that some place information, the plus, minuses, and everything? How are you gonna track? So this opportunity is your sales data. Means what you sold, to which customer and what you sold. Okay.
Yeah.
So the database you're gonna store here, it's a customer related information only, but for your own benefit, for the company benefit, to see the numbers. Numbers are like revenue. The revenue people are generating for the company. Okay. And also in future, if customer comes back and say, hey, I have a business with you and I'm facing this issue. So how you will see that what business he had with us and how much revenue he gave us earlier. Because there's some top-up sale pitch also once we fix the issue of the customer. So that also helps here. You can see that, okay, this was the business he did before, this was the product he purchased, and we introduce new product, we can still pitch on it, right? Top-up sale, like add-on. So opportunity is like your business for the customer. Anything else? Any doubt or clear? No answer.
Can you share any real time examples so we can miss more explore for the study?
Real-time example. Hmm. I can share you. This one. site. It's gonna help. So this is one of my client, okay. It's an enterprise edition. So you can see on the top, it's an enterprise edition. Now I'm gonna show you the way they use opportunities. If you can see, I'm not sharing anything. I'm not going to convert anything because it's a client. So they had this business. So if you can see, the things are way too different what you're seeing under the another account, the developer account. The things are too much different here. So what they have done, they are selling few products, and they are selling some products related to the power. Okay, related to the electricity. So these are the products they are having: micro PMU quick start kit. This is the product, the related information is there, and the price is there. So the price is discounted price is this. They listed the price. We have not discussed about the product, so please don't get confused. Okay, the listed price was 35,000, means they have discussed and decided to sell this product at the price of 35,000. Okay, but at certain point they provide the discount, and now the price is 25,450. So when you say this price 25,450, you can see this price here. This amount field is a standard amount field which auto populate whenever you put any product in the system. Okay, whenever you assign any product to an opportunity, this amount comes up automatically. This is an auto-generated field. You can see the field locked. Okay, though they have created this one also, but this is an auto-generated field. This price is now calculating a lot of many places. Currently they are not using forecasting, so I cannot show you, but the product which is related here, now we know that this customer, who is the customer? The customer is this contact person is your customer name. Contact role is your customer name. From which company? Indian Institute of Technology. Okay, this is a contact person name, as this customer is purchased. To the business what he did with us. This Phanindra Kumar did this business with us when, with the date, close date, this. Clear a bit? See, this is something could be different for the company you go for. Okay, so don't rely on what you see here. I'm still saying it is going to be different for each one of you with the different companies. Okay, but this object is only being used to track your sales, to track the business, what you're doing in the business, how much revenue you're generating, to send out contracts to the customer. I mean, there are a lot of other things also related, but this object is being used for the sales in the last. Okay, nothing else. Doubt? I cannot do much thing here because it's my client account, so I cannot alter this. Let me know if you have doubt.
So means whatever the customer we are giving the final price, that means our account, right?
No, that is not an account. Account is just a simple customer information, that which company. Okay, when you call up to a customer care, you just give your phone number and how they get all your information. They get all your information, right? How they get it? Because they have stored the data in their system.
Yes.
Right? That's what you're doing here. You're storing the data of a customer in your system. so that you can keep a track of it. When
Okay.
customer came, when customer called, when customer, what product we sold to the customer, when we sold it, whether it's this year, next year, previous year, what kind of customer is it? Is it a good customer? Is he purchasing things every year? Or is it like a limited customer? All those things. You store all the information of a customer in your system. That's it. And believe me, if you go for an admin part, you'll be less interacting with the database. At the time, it is not related to the other stuff like uploading and doing other modification. You'll be interacting in the case of creating a reports and dashboard. That's your part, but you'll not be selling or you'll not be entering the data. If you're going as an admin, if you're going for the other profile like business analyst, then you'll be interacting with the data too. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
No problem. Anything else, guys? Let me close this one. Yep. Yep. Any more questions, guys? No?
Devika, you said you'll go through the flow, right? Towards
That's
the.
the flow.
Okay. No, business flow. You'll go through the business flow, you said.
That's the business flow. This is how the business flows, Ravi. Campaign,
Okay.
lead, and lead. When we convert the lead into, that's the business. Prospect
Okay.
into the account. Because prospect said yes to the business. So now it becomes account, contact, and opportunity. I'm not talking about forecasting right now because
Okay, okay, I missed that part. Actually, okay, I'll go through
no
the video again. Actually, okay.
No problem. No problem. So guys, I'm not sharing the forecasting right now because if I get into the forecast, contracts, and orders, that's gonna take another session because I need to tell you everything, every aspect, how it is related to the opportunity. The basic flow remains between 5 objects: campaign, lead, account, contacts, opportunities. That's the basic flow. Campaigns somehow not included in the flow when it comes to the sale. Campaign is only limited to your marketing. So if you are starting through marketing, then it is included. Otherwise, we don't include campaign everywhere. And you'll be finding people less using campaign, or if they are using campaign, they are using it through MailChimp or the other emailing applications. Okay. So campaigns mostly being used through email campaigns and all those through email applications. So that's where we get campaigns connected. Otherwise, in the business flow, in the sale flow, we go for the leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities. Lead is our first step where we put in the start putting the data of a client. Then we convert once we talk to the client and once we agree the client for the further process, then we convert a lead into account and opportunity. Contacts get automatically created when we have lead, once we convert the lead. So account we decide to create or we decide to use the existing one. Then opportunity is the place where we enter all these sales and related information, means what purchased, which product purchased, what amount paid, when purchased, when about to close, all those things. Okay, still in discussion. Do we need to send something out? We have to place any order, or is it still in the shipment mode? All those certain information we put in the opportunity. A lot of things can be done with the system, with the automation, with the other things. But this is basic necessity to know that what is the main role of opportunity in the system. And then that is the track. Any company work for business, they work for the sales. If they get the money from the customer, they do the job. Okay, so that's what we are tracking here. That's it. Rest other things like forecast, contracts, orders, cases are a part of it, and for the internal team to know that how much business they are doing every quarter per person. And doubt? Any question? No? All right. So field history tracking. Let me take you to the field history tracking. It's just like a very small topic. So not gonna take more time. What is field history tracking? Whenever we enable a field history tracking for any object, that means on that object, for few fields, whatever change we want to see, okay? Whatever the data was there, we want to see that data, when it was changed and who changed it, okay? Not the field type. I'm not talking about the field type. I'm just talking about the field data, okay? You just click on set field history tracking. First of all, you need to enable the field history tracking. Once you enable, you get fields available for you to set a history. Let's set the history on I'm just using one, so let's say industry and lead source. Okay, I'm taking track old and new values. So if you can see, it says track old and new values. So I'm taking these two fields to track the values. Now I come back to lead, any of the lead. Let's go here. Let's come here. What was the fields? Industry and lead source, I believe, right? So I'm going to change industry, communication, and lead source to purchase list. Save. Industry and, sorry, I forgot the was it lead source or lead status? Activity history, field history. Okay, just a second. Related list. I'm missing something here. Activity history is the one where we get all the field history. Let's come back here. Let's go here. Let's see, field history tracking. It's on the lead source. So why it did not come up here? Yes, seeing activity history. Wow. History tracking is not working.
So it is common for both the custom and standard objects?
Yeah. It's common for all the objects. So all the objects and all the
Fields.
Yes. It's common, but I'm just wondering why the data is not populating in there. So it should come under the activity history. Just wondering that.
Only any idea if something wrong I'm doing? Why this is not coming up? That's strange. Lead.
Did you set the audit trail?
Audit trail. Audit trail. Why we need to check the audit trail? Audit trail not gonna have the data change.
Okay.
The field. But why that is not appearing here? Layout. Something I'm missing. Lead history. Save. Now it's there. Did you see? I was just missing. I was getting confused between the activity history and the field history. Okay, so it is showing up now here. It's changed industry to communication. I did that change. It was blank earlier, so I changed that. Then I changed lead source web to purchase list. Then industry from communication to healthcare I changed. Then I changed lead source from purchase to other. Email address I changed from this. So now anyone, the admin can identify that this has been changed from by Devika, by the user, when it was changed and what action was taken. We can check all these information from here. Clear? So this is how we enable field history tracking. Okay, so it is not gonna for all the fields. Whatever the fields I have selected over here, only for those. I can select all the fields also, but not recommended. Why? Because the otherwise you miss on the main fields. So only the main fields recommended for you to enable the history tracking. Okay. Anything else, guys? Any doubt? Anything? Any question?
Can you show it once again?
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Can you show it once again, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Guys, any question? No? Perfect. So time for today's homework. Today is what? 18 December. I'm keeping it open at whichever the custom object you want to use to set the field history tracking. Contact and opportunity. Now I want to report, a document from every one of you that which fields you are taking for the field history tracking for contact and opportunity. Please make sure it should be the correct one. Sorry. Just a sec. Sorry about that. So that's open to you all. Please create these. It's a very small one, but I want you to use your logics and put the history tracking based upon the field requirement. Okay. I'm going to share that into the chat.
And Devika, next week we have classes on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, or has it changed for next week and the following?
It must change because next week is what? The Christmas week and the New Year week. So Saturday and Sunday will be keeping the session. And tell me if you're available on Wednesday also. Ravi, do you want to check?
Like I think Saturday is the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
And just keep it for Sunday, and I think the rest 2 days, just take those 2 days off actually, because we can cover it some other time actually. Okay.
Sure. Let's keep it easy for next 2 weeks. I will connect on 27th, and then we'll connect on.
No, but you're connecting on 19th, right?
Yeah, I mean, for this week it is going on. We are still connecting on 19th and 20th. Let's connect on 27th for the next week, and for next week. What do you suggest?
Yeah. We will go. Yeah, we'll 31st. How about Delhi? It is a lot of problems on 31st night. Okay, then we'll not have it in 31st. 31st in the sense it will be first for you actually.
Yeah.
First morning. So
first morning, early morning, I have to wake up then.
So you don't want to wake up. So you don't want to like. So let us not have first morning, but maybe second and third will have it actually. Okay.
I'm not sure about second, but third would definitely I'll be available.
Yeah, I think those 2 weeks will go a little lean on those 2 weeks.
And
let's
keep it Sunday session on for those 2 weeks, and then we'll continue with the batch.
Okay, because then people will complain like every time, like I'm just saying, like for everything there will be some other opposition thing. People will say that if we want to take a long weekend, why you have a class actually.
So guys, please let us know in advance if you are taking an off, or if you are going somewhere out on 27th and 3rd also. Please do let us know if it is there is a plan, so that we can cancel it accordingly. If it like 3-4 people gonna join the call and rest not, then it would be difficult for us. So
yeah, if only like that's what actually that is good actually. Okay.
Yeah, do let us know in advance, like 4 or 5 days advance, so that we can plan accordingly. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Not an end moment update. I'm not really in favor of end moment update. Please do it. Let us know in advance, like 3-4 days advance, so that we can schedule our plans also accordingly. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good night.